World War II was fought between 1939 and 1945. It involved more countries, cost more lives, and caused more destruction than any other war. The dictators Adolf Hitler in Germany, Benito Mussolini in Italy, and General Tojo Hideki in Japan wanted to extend the power and territories of their countries. They formed a pact, called the Axis, to gain what they wanted. In September 1939, Germany invaded Poland to regain land it had lost in World War I. Britain and France supported Poland. The Germans used a tactic called Blitzkrieg, lightning war. Bomber aircraft began the attack, then tanks, or panzers, plunged deep behind enemy lines, followed by infantry and artillery. Poland was defeated in just 5 weeks. In April 1940, Hitler invaded Denmark, Belgium, Holland, Norway, and France. By July, only Britain had not surrendered. In the Battle of Britain which followed, the Royal Air Force beat off German air attacks. Japan wanted to capture large areas of Southeast Asia to secure industrial raw materials. The Japanese hoped that a quick defeat of the USA would persuade the Americans to allow Japanese expansion, so they launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. After 3 years of war, the Allies had built up their armed forces. In North Africa, German and Italian troops were defeated at El Alamein in October 1942, and in December 1942, the German Sixth Army was wiped out by the Russians at Stalingrad. The Japanese were halted by British, Australian and American troops in February 1943. The Allies then organized strike forces to reconsider Burma, and to use island-hopping tactics in the Pacific. In June 1944, Germany was caught between the D-Day landings in Normandy, France, and the Russian advance in the east. In April 1945, the Russians reached Berlin. On April 30th, Hitler killed himself, and 2 days later, Germany surrendered. Allied troops discovered that the Nazis had killed millions, 6 million of them Jews, in what became known as the Holocaust. In April 1945, the Americans attacked the island of Okinawa, from which Japan could be invaded. Americans' casualties were high as the Japanese fought back. U.S. President Harry S. Truman decided to use the atom bomb. The cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed in August, with the loss of about 200,000 lives. Japan surrendered on September 2, 1945. The war had cost the lives of some 15 million troops and 35 million civilians. After the war, the world divided into two powerful blocs: the communist countries, led by the Soviet Union and China, and the democratic world, led by the USA. The Cold War had begun.